A British boy band is one of EMI Records' most successful artists.
They're just so effortless. You just watch them and you just think, wow.
The harmonies are so special.
Their singing it's almost ethereal.
They've toured the world, they've sung to His Holiness the Pope. Closer to home, they've appeared on Songs of Praise more times than any other act in its 48-year history. What's more, they also feature on our signature tune. I like them so much, they sang at my wedding. So tonight we get to meet the personalities behind the unique sound that is Libera. Libera are a 40-strong, not-for-profit boys' choir. Aged between 7 and 16, they come from different schools and churches across the South London area.
We had a party at Liam's house and they were all over playing karaoke and singing, and they don't sound like Libera when they're being normal boys.
It's given him a new circle of friends, maybe a new kind of outlook on life, and he's really passionate and so committed to it.
Since the 1990s, Libera's distinctive sound has travelled the world. Their albums have topped both mainstream and classical charts, alongside the likes of Pavarotti and Bocelli. And from the world of pop music, Beach Boys legend Brian Wilson numbers amongst their many fans.
When I heard them sing, I said, it does remind me a little bit of the Beach Boys sound, you know? And I thought, well, wow, they must, either they're trying to sound like us or they just naturally sound like us.
You may have also heard them singing on recent TV commercials or on the film soundtrack to the sinister blockbuster Hannibal. They've backed Elton John and Bjork. They've even supported Hayley Westenra and yours truly.
Well, Libera, of course, is the Latin word for free, because that's what Libera is about. It's that freedom to do what we want. We write music especially, we create sounds especially for Libera, and it is outside the confines of a traditional choir in that sense. It is free from that.
It's not a choir, it's a group that sings classical/pop mixed music together, and it's really great fun.
It makes you feel quite free. I know that sounds so corny, I can't believe I just said that, but it just makes you feel like you're in a different place.
Makes me feel like I'm on top of the world, because when I start singing I don't really care about what's happening. I just sing what I have to sing, and I find it just a release from real life.
All people should know that boys our age can sing high, they just don't know that they can do it, and we have discovered our talents and are putting them to good use.
Now, I really can't go anywhere without someone treating me to a few bars of the theme from The Snowman. So I flatter myself when I say no one knows better than I do what it was really like to become a professional boy soloist. I'm really proud of my roots as a cathedral chorister. And like me, the Libera boys have learned to sing and read music using hymns and anthems. But Libera aren't just choir boys with attitude. When I was a choir boy your age, many, many years ago, I had to wear a ruff, wear the cassock and then the surplice. So how come you guys don't wear that and you wear these outfits?
Looks a bit more modern, I think, and I think that
Even though it's quite ancient stuff from like monks in the 15th century, it looks quite modern.
That is it. What's all this about?
What?
These socks are the most outrageous socks I've ever seen.
They are slightly... They're hideous.
Monks used to wear pink socks.
Apparently they did.
Even though the music is in Latin, I do understand some of the words because I do quite high-level Latin at school.
I don't understand the Latin we sing at all, but you kind of get used to the pronunciation of words, so you get used to it after a while.
I was actually brought up by Benedictine monks, so I find it quite amusing in some ways when I see them with their hoods looking rather monk-like, and it takes me back to that Benedictine spirituality.
I do think that you can feel kind of the power and the awe when you sing those Latin words in those services, especially when they're big ones in cathedrals and stuff. It does make you feel quite wow.
Okay, just hold it there. If we can go back and sing over that one, and think about holding your hymn books up so I can hear your lovely voices. You're not...
Leading worship is a major part of Libera's repertoire. And of course, you're never too young to learn traditional hymns.
One of the things that I do working with Libera is I help to train the new recruits. We call them the mini boys. They're the new young boys that join the choir. And one of the responsibilities I have is to help them with their hymn singing.
My hand will save.
Using hymns is a very good way of learning note lengths and intervals and rhythm. So there's quite a lot that we can do in hymn singing, and it's such an important part of leading worship.